Breaking news. Breaking news. Josh Taylor has just been announced that he will be taking on Jack Catterall? No, Zepeda to defend his WBC, WBO and IBF titles. Zepeda, I told you guys, but it's not really breaking news for us in the showbiz, the adult community, because in the Showbiz in the Morning podcast, maybe a month ago, I told you guys that was going to happen with Zepeda being his WBC mandatory. I read you guys off the letter from Mauricio Suleiman, I believe it was sent to me. But I want to say this. Notice I did say defending the WBC, WBO, and IBF title. I didn't say WBA. The WBA has been vacated. Josh Taylor is no longer undisputed. Undisputed! I want to say this. What's going on, man? That's the trend now? Josh Taylor doing his best. Gervonta Tank Davis. Yeah, I said it. We all saw the Jack Catterall fight. Most of us, including myself, say Jack Catterall was robbed. I think everybody pretty much. If you don't believe Jack Catterall was robbed, then you must be Josh Taylor or his family, or everyone else pretty much know that Jack Catterall was robbed that fight. All right. There's many people who feel that Isaac Cruz was robbed against Gervonta Tank Davis. Robbed! That's how many people feel. Not myself. But here's what both of those fights have in common. Josh Taylor, he struggled big time against Jack Catterall. Gervonta Tank Davis, best fight he ever had. Best resistance he ever had in Isaac Cruz. Neither one of them want that smoke again. Gervonta Tank Davis said, hell no, when it came to Isaac Cruz. And now Josh Taylor, not rematching Jack Catterall, but fighting Zepeda. Let me tell you something. That is not what I remember when it comes to combat sports, boxing, especially boxing, and hard fights. There were two major reasons why, if someone gave you a very difficult fight the first time, that you rematched them right away. One big reason. The fans, the consumer, saw that it was a very entertaining fight. It was fun to watch. They wanted to see it again, so money talks. The other big reason was this. If you were a champion and someone gave you a tough fight, like Jack Catterall did with Josh Taylor, like Isaac Cruz did with Gervonta Tank Davis, the champion every time, wanted that smoke to let you know why they were champion. Okay, you had a lucky night. Many people think you won. Try that shit again. Ask Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, ask Floyd Mayweather. Whatever you have to say about Floyd, if Floyd had a tough fight, he rematched your ass. Castillo, I thought Castillo was robbed. Well, Floyd, he took that right out the picture. At least I know, regardless if I think Castillo was robbed or not the first time, I know Floyd Mayweather was better than him. Maidana. Many people think Maidana was robbed. I think Floyd beat him. But since there's a question on who's better, forget the record. Who's better? That's what's competing about. That's what boxing is about. Am I better than you? If you had a question, Floyd Mayweather, he wiped that away. Lennox Lewis, every loss, avenged. He was playing no games. Evander Holyfield will fight you 2-3 times. Muhammad Ali, same thing. Think you got away with something or made it a tough fight, you're going to see me again. Almost immediately, Deontay Wilder. No matter what you say about Bomb Squad, he struggled. Guess what? You're going to have to prove to me, which Tyson Fury, he proved it. Either way, what's going on? How are those two reasons no longer major factors anymore? Josh Taylor, you said that you really won that fight, that Jack Catterall wasn't robbed. I would think that you wouldn't be able to wait to get back in the ring and show why you deserve to be undisputed or the best, right? I'm the best. I'm the best at 140. A lot of people think it's Jack Catterall, man. Gervonta Tank Davis, tough fight with Isak Cruz. Isak Cruz, he wanted that rematch. You go over to Gervonta Tank Davis. What do you think about a rematch? Hell no. I don't remember that. I don't remember. I don't remember that being a thing when I was watching the sport of boxing coming up. So I like Zepeda. Zepeda is nice. I still say Zepeda versus Baranchik was one of the best fights I've ever seen in my life. I will say that forever. That fight was one of the best fights I've ever seen in my life. I love Zepeda. Zepeda's a good fighter, and I'm going to watch the fight, Josh Taylor versus Zepeda. I think that's a good fight. But I'm still disappointed. ShowBizz. Don't let me know how you all feel in the comments below. Yeah, Zepeda versus Josh Taylor next. He said that he wasn't going to rematch Jack Catterall because he was going to move up to 147. And guess what? He's at 140 defending his titles against Zepeda. I'm out.